I was 32, married for 8 years. We lived in a quiet, comfortable suburb. My husband worked in tech, earned a decent income. I worked in HR, remote job, flexible schedule. I used to roll my eyes at women who left their careers to raise kids. Told myself I was the modern version of a wife.
Strong.
Independent. My husband would come home exhausted but still cooked dinner when I didn't feel like it. He asked about my day, rubbed my back, left sweet notes on the bathroom mirror. I'd usually reply with one-word answers while scrolling through TikTok. The intimacy began fading around year 5. I blamed him. Told my friends I didn't feel seen anymore. Then a new guy joined my team. 23. Lean with veiny arms and that smug charm that somehow worked. Called me boss lady during meetings. After hours, he started messaging me about random, non-work stuff. Asked what perfume I wore. Said it lingered in the Zoom room. We flirted through messages for weeks. I kept telling myself it was harmless. After a virtual summit, the team went out for drinks. He sat beside me at the bar, leaned in a little too close. Ordered me another drink, then said, "Your husband must be crazy to let you out looking like this." My brain screamed, "Leave now." But I stayed. He offered to walk me back to my hotel, just to be safe, he said. At the door, I fumbled with the key card. He placed his hand over mine and whispered, "Don't open it, if you'll regret it later." I laughed, nervous. Still, I opened the door. We didn't even make it to the bed. Hooked up, pressed against the bathroom counter. The condom broke halfway through. He shrugged and kept going. I didn't stop him. The next morning I felt sick. Not guilty, just anxious.
He was already gone.
I texted, "LOL wild night," to seem chill. He left me on read. I flew home. My husband picked me up at the airport holding a bouquet. Kissed my forehead, told me I looked tired. I looked him in the eye and asked why he never plans anything spontaneous. He apologized. 2 weeks passed. I kept messaging the guy from work. He started replying slower, saying he was busy and needed space. I pretended not to notice. Stopped hiding my phone. Started picking fights over nothing. Left divorce law tabs open on my laptop by accident. Booked a consultation with a divorce lawyer. My husband didn't fight it. Just nodded and said, "If that's what you really want." I wanted a reaction. Yelling, crying, begging. Instead, he just packed quietly and left the keys on the counter 2 weeks later. I stared at those keys for 3 hours. That night, I slept alone in our bed for the first time and told myself this was independence. I started texting the guy from work like we were something real. His replies became dry. LOL and dim, FR. I asked if he wanted to hang out that weekend. He replied, "I don't really do relationship vibes." I laughed like it was funny. Blocked him 2 days later. Downloaded dating apps. Added "not here for games" to my bio. Still got ghosted after 2 messages. Meanwhile, my husband began posting more. He looked sharper, slimmer. Smiling. In one picture, there was a girl, younger, natural face. They were on a picnic. She was lying on his lap, reading. He looked genuinely happy. I zoomed in like that would change something. I called an old friend to vent. She said, "He looks happy. I'm glad for him." I bit the inside of my cheek, so I wouldn't scream. Texted him something generic. "Hope you're doing okay." No reply. No read receipt. I checked my block list, hoping. But he just didn't respond. The house felt emptier. Every corner used to have something of his tools, his mug, his scent on the blankets. Now it was just air.
And silence.
One night, I walked past our wedding photo. Sat down in front of it for an hour. Couldn't remember the last time I smiled like that. Then his new girl posted a story. They were watching an old sitcom. He was asleep, head on her lap. Caption, "Home." That night, my bedroom felt colder. I started crying without making a sound. Couldn't tell if it was regret or just ego. Started therapy. The therapist told me to explore why I felt so unfulfilled. All I heard was, "Why did I ruin my life?" She told me to join a women's group. Half of them were divorced too. One said, Men are disposable. I nodded. Said nothing. Because maybe I wasn't the one who did the disposing. The next guy I dated was 38. Drove a busted Kia. Didn't believe in marriage. Showed up late, then asked to split the check. I started missing my ex's overcooked pasta. He used to write my name in sauce with a spoon. I used to roll my eyes at that. Now I stare at empty plates and wonder why. Still single. Still in the same house. Still refreshing his Instagram at midnight. He posted a video of them building furniture together. Caption: first place we've both felt safe in years. Everyone commented, "You too deserve this." I deserve something too. 8 years down the drain, and he replaced me like an old iPhone. We had history. She had fresh nails and a soft voice. I called my mom, asked why I left him. She said, "He always seemed like he loved you." First time she didn't back me up. I hung up mid-sentence. Ran into a mutual friend at the grocery store. She asked if I saw the engagement post. I laughed awkwardly. Lied. Yeah, happy for them. Went home and cried into the sink. Didn't even make it to the couch. Checked the post. The ring looked expensive. He never bought me anything that nice. I guess when you're not saving for a joint future anymore, you can splurge on the next one. I DM'd him. Been thinking about you. Just wanted to talk. No reply. It felt like trying to talk to a ghost. I buried myself. Weeks passed. I started romanticizing everything. How he'd wake me up with coffee. How he folded my laundry better than I did. Fixed my laptop just so I could keep working on a meme page. Said I was funny. Said I was enough. I told him I wanted more. Got drunk one night. Wrote out a long apology. Said I missed our laughs, our life, our everything. Hovered over the send button. Deleted all of it. Posted a sad selfie instead with a caption, "Healing isn't linear." She liked it. His new girl. Not sure if it was a flex or a warning. Went to a friend's baby shower. Room full of women who stayed with their husbands through cheating, job losses, depression. They talked about working through it. I held a mimosa like it was a prop. Smiled. Tried to look alive. Someone asked what I'd been up to. I said, just focusing on myself. They nodded like they'd heard that lie 100 times. Got home. Tried to cook. Burned the rice. He used to say rice just needed patience, something I never gave anyone. Found our wedding photo again. Frame was dusty. I hadn't cleaned anything since he left. The house felt less like a home, more like a waiting room. Checked her social again. She's pregnant. Caption: starting our forever. They were on a beach. He was kissing her belly. I turned off my phone. Sat in the dark for hours. Told myself it was fine. He was just a phase. I'm the real deal. Even if no one's seen it yet. Started sleeping in his old hoodie. Smelled like faded detergent and denial. Went to another friend's wedding. Caught the bouquet. Girl next to me said, "Your turn next." I laughed too hard. Left early. Cried in my car for 40 minutes. People keep saying, "There's someone out there for you." Funny thing is, I already had him. And I threw him away because I wanted fireworks. I got sparks that died in a month. Saw his fiancée at the farmer's market. She was laughing with an old woman selling honey, holding a bouquet of sunflowers. I stood behind a pillar and watched for 5 minutes. Felt like a criminal. She saw me, smiled, said, "Hi, how have you been?" I could barely breathe. Just nodded. Said, "Fine." Left my cart and walked home.
Never told anyone about that day.
Not even my therapist. It felt like losing twice. Started seeing an older guy, 58, works in finance. Said I was a breath of fresh air. He had a daughter my age. Felt more like renting validation than building anything real. Told myself it was empowering. Ignored the nausea I woke up with every morning next to him. He didn't smell like my ex. No one did. This new guy said he might take me to Europe. I pretended to be excited. But I already knew I'd be taking selfies alone on balconies. Like I did during the marriage. Staged joy. Filtered regret. Then came the invitation, my ex's wedding. Sent it out of politeness. Probably didn't think I'd show. But I RSVP'd yes. Bought a dress that made me look 27 again. Spent $400 on makeup and hair. Wanted to walk in like a movie villain, like I had something to prove. I saw them. She glowed. He beamed. They didn't even flinch when they saw me. He nodded politely.
She waved.
I sat through the vows. He said she made him believe in love again. Everyone clapped. I just blinked and stared at the ceiling. Drank wine like water. Laughed too loud. Said marriage was just a cycle of settling. No one laughed. One woman walked away. Caught my reflection in the bathroom mirror. Mascara smudged. Hair limp. Dress too tight. I looked like a guest at my own funeral. Left early.
Didn't say goodbye.
The rideshare driver asked if I had fun. I told him it was the best night ever. Tipped him $2. Got home. Threw the dress in the trash. Opened our old messages. Reread every one. Especially the ones where he said he'd never stop trying. Guess I did that for him. Still single. Still in the house. Still blaming men in therapy. Still waiting for someone to prove I wasn't the problem.